Yes, please come.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir. Sir.
Come. Good afternoon.
Rahman.
Dev Vrat Joshi, have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
So Dev Vrat Joshi is from Uttarakhand,
Yes, sir.
and geography is your optional.
Yes, sir.
And besides that, as I can see that civil engineering is your bachelor degree,
Yes, sir.
and you are fond of playing electric guitar, playing football, reading non-fiction books,
Yes, sir.
and surfing the internet, watching informative videos. Football is a team game.
Yes, sir.
Are you a team leader or a team player?
Sir, I can lead the team as well as I can be a good team member as well,
Okay.
sir.
What are the important qualities of a team leader?
So the first of all, sir, the team leader should be open-minded. He should be open to different suggestions of different players. At the same time, sir, he should be optimistic because, sir, in many different situations, when maybe the things might not be going well, sir, he needs to be calm and composed.
Okay. And another is that individual performance is not so important as compared to the team's performance. So the shared goal is more important than oneself.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Uttarakhand, why is he trying to set up a second capital?
Sir, initially when Uttarakhand was formed, the demand was that the state capital should be in the hilly region, sir.
Yes.
And Garsand was the proposed capital, sir. But, sir, due to the constraints of logistics, sir, the main capital was made in the Dehradun, sir. So, sir, the main reason was that, sir, the Garsand was the central location of Uttarakhand, so it could connect both the Kumaon region as well as the Garhwal region, sir.
Okay.
This was one of the most important points, sir.
Okay. Now, what exactly do you understand by CPM and how it is helpful in a project?
Sir, in civil engineering, sir? Sir, in civil engineering, sir, we have critical path method, sir. Through CPM, sir, we can calculate different timelines of the project, sir. And accordingly, sir, we can align our goals and logistics according to the project timeline, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. In Uttarakhand, people believe in a lot of religious practices which have no scientific basis, even for getting their children treated and things like that. Do you believe that belief is constructive?
Sir, in Uttarakhand, sir, we do have the practice of folk gods, sir. These are local gods, which are spirits, and maybe these were the people who were living in the past, but they are no longer alive. But their deeds were like that they are now worshipped, sir. But, sir, in some places, there is a problem of this magic and beliefs in certain practices to treat diseases. But I don't think, sir, these are very scientific, sir.
Do you believe in those practices?
Sir, as a part of my culture, I do believe in them, sir.
You do believe in those?
Yes, sir.
So, as a part of culture, you believe, but you also believe that they do not help in finding medical treatment for the diseases So, how do you reconcile the two? That you believe in it as a culturally, but scientifically, you believe that it is not realist?
So I think this is a gray area, sir. Even science cannot answer many of the questions. And so for this reason, sir, people do believe in certain things, in instance, are certain higher powers, sir, which gives them solace in their soul, sir.
Okay. You posted as SP in a communally sensitive area.
Yes.
So, the visible religious symbols that I can see on your body now, will that be seen as something which is undesirable?
Sir, it could be seen as undesirable, sir.
Then what would you do?
Sir, but my allegiance is to the Constitution, sir. And as a civil servant, sir, I am secular, ethical and rational. So I think that, sir, these things should not come in the way of any civil servant, sir.
But you'll continue to support these?
Support what, sir?
You continue to sport these visible religious symbols that I can see on your body?
Sir, these were a part of my child initiation ceremony, sir. So it's been there from that time only, sir.
So you'll keep it?
Yes, sir. I am keeping it currently, sir.
And then after you're selected as IPS?
Sir, whatever will be the dress code for the job, sir, I will comply to that, sir.
All right. Just tell us about India-Nepal relations in brief, 3 sentences.
Sir, India and Nepal have been civilizational states, sir. Both have had very good relations. But in recent past, sir, due to the incursion of China, sir, we have seen there are tensions in many different areas. For example, from rivers, from boundary disputes, sir, as well as power sharing agreements, sir. We also have disputes regarding the proper demarcation of boundary, and one of the main areas where we can see the conflict is in the Kalapani region of Uttarakhand as well as the Susta in Bihar, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Can you tell me the genesis of the Kashmir problem?
Sir, it is said that the Kashmir problem has been there from the past 600 years, sir. From the time of Sikandar Butt sir, there was communal persecution of the local population. But sir, in recent times, sir, the latest problem that we see in India.
Since 1947.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what I meant.
Sir, it was essentially started due to it is said that the elections were rigged, in which the government of Farooq Abdullaji was removed, sir.
In 1947, there was no election.
Okay, sir, from before that, sir, yes, sir. Sir, because Pakistan also claimed certain parts of Kashmir, so they attacked the area of Kashmir with Qabilis.
Certain part? Or whole
Most of the
Kashmir?
parts, sir. Most of the parts they claim to be part of the Pakistan, sir, and they launched offensive campaigns in the region with the help of local tribal commanders, sir. And from that onwards, sir, we have been having these boundary disputes in Kashmir area, sir.
That was rather brief, but that's not the genesis. I would request you to read up on this.
Okay, sir.
73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment have ensured the political decentralization and establishment of democracy, but it has not led to the administrative decentralization. What is your comment?
Sir, it is said that the funds function and functionaries have been the main reason in problems in democratic decentralization. But with regards to the administrative decentralization, sir, we see that the civil servants have become their own power centers in the regional government, sir. The Gram Panchayats and the local bodies do not have their proper secretariats, and they have to go to the local leaders, local civil servants for their resources as well as for the taking permissions for different projects, sir. So this is the reason why administrative decentralization is causing problem in the implementation.
So there is something called agencyfication. What is that?
Sir, I'm not aware about that, sir.
Can you tell me some distinct phases of Indian foreign policy since 1947?
Sir, initially we believed in the Nehruvian ideas of idealism, sir. We were trying to project ourselves as a very responsible global power. But when China attacked us in the 1962 war, sir, we changed our stance, sir, and from then onwards, sir, our strategy has been practical. But after that also, sir, up to I think about 1990s, sir, we still believe that China is a very belligerent power, and at the same time we have a lot of asymmetry with China. So our foreign policy was that, sir, we need to appease China. We need not provoke China. So we also maintained a policy whereby we did not build roads and proper infrastructure in the border areas, sir. And our approach was
that the part of foreign policy?
Yes, sir, it was part of the foreign policy, sir.
Okay.
And so we believe that we need to talk with China, we need to engage in diplomacy. So we also not only engage with the West, but we also engage with China as well, sir. And recently, sir, we have seen that since the leadership has changed in China, our foreign policy has also changed accordingly. For example, sir, now it is under one single dictatorial leader. So we see that even our policy has been strict, and we are doing mirror deployments in the border areas. We are also changing our stances accordingly because China has been disregarding our interests, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dev Vrat, recently there was a catastrophe in Uttarakhand, Joshimath in particularly, and the cracks are now, increasing in the adjoining areas also. What is your view? What are the causes of this catastrophe? You are a geographer, you are a civil engineer.
Sir, I believe that, sir, the recent catastrophe in Uttarakhand is unfortunate, and it is mostly a man-made disaster, sir. Around 25 years ago, a few years ago, sir, there was MC Mishra committee. Even that committee also said that we have stretched the development too far, because Joshimath is already situated in a very sensitive location, which is essentially already there was landslide in that area, and it is built on that rubble, sir. And also, sir, it is said that due to its defense significance as well as its religious significance, sir, we are stretching the infrastructure very far, which is the reason why we have seen recent catastrophes.
So whom should you hold responsible for this?
Sir, I think
Over the years, 50 years or so.
Sir, I think everyone is responsible.
Bureaucracy
for
also
this,
is also responsible.
Yes, sir. Bureaucracy is also responsible, and local people are also responsible because of the development which have been taking place in Uttarakhand.
Okay, my last question and second question and last question is, Election Commission is a constitutional body. Who appoints the Chief Election Commissioner?
Sir, President appoints the Chief Election Commissioner, sir.
Can he be impeached?
Yes, sir, he can be impeached, sir. But the procedure is similar to the, I think, the judges of the Supreme Court, sir.
Okay, and what about ECs, election commissioners?
Sir,
Who appoints
ECs,
them?
sir, the president appoints the ECs as well, but they do not enjoy the protection which is enjoyed by the Chief Election Commissioner, sir.
But has CEC any role in their appointment?
Yes, sir, I think CEC also recommends the president, sir.
Achha.
Dev,
Yes, ma'am.
Dev, can you tell me what has been the impact of Startup India scheme?
Startup India scheme, I think, has a very positive impact on Indian economy because we see that the startup ecosystem has grown by about 15,000% from the last 7 years. And it is mainly due to the startups in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities as well. And because of the Startup India scheme, ma'am, we see that even the rural entrepreneurs are coming up and they are coming up with innovative solutions. For example, in Uttarakhand only, ma'am, I've seen that people are coming and bringing up businesses in the local art form. They are utilizing the natural potential of Uttarakhand. For example, they are making biscuits of the local millets of the area and they are exporting that and earning foreign exchange, ma'am.
Dev, you come from Uttarakhand as you rightly mentioned.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me how challenges of tribal women in Uttarakhand are different from challenges of tribal women in Northeast.
Now, where I live, there is a large local population of Tharu tribe, and I've seen their struggles as well. But from the perspective of the northeastern tribes, I see that, ma'am, the first difficulty the northeastern people face is the connectivity. Uttarakhand is quite close to Delhi, and also the governance system in Uttarakhand is more transparent as compared to the northeast sectors, ma'am. And also, ma'am, we have more businesses and more opportunities in the Uttarakhand, but it is still very, very much lacking in the northeastern areas, ma'am.
Okay. You are interested in surfing the internet.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what does HTTP stand for?
Ma'am, it stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Okay. My last question to you would be, please share with this board 3 of your biggest weaknesses.
3 of my biggest weaknesses, ma'am. Ma'am, one of my weaknesses is that sometimes I get too engaged in something. I sometimes become too obsessive in achieving perfection, which I think is not very practical. Second, I believe is that, ma'am, sometimes I take things very personally. And third, ma'am, I believe is the third of my weaknesses, ma'am. I'm not able to recall at the moment, ma'am. Can I take a moment, ma'am?
Please.
I speak too fast, ma'am, and maybe
That you
because of this, sometimes it might not register with someone with whom I am communicating, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Unacademy. Let's crack it.